Hi, this is the Dark Lord Happy Pants, and this is you before watching Plague Dogs. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited! I get to watch an animated film about two cute little doggies! And now, this is you after watching Plague Dogs. Sweet Jesus! The story follows two dogs named Rowf and Snitter, who are both used as experiments in a lab. Eventually, they manage to escape this lab, and they go on a journey to find a new master who will treat them kindly. The story follows their attempts to survive in a hostile environment where everything is out to get them. On the technical side of things, the animation is absolutely amazing. The animals look realistic, and their environment is absolutely stunning. The sound quality, however, is quite poor. It is often hard to hear the characters speaking due to the fact that their conversations are overshadowed by the sound effects and the music. This becomes particularly problematic when conversations are taking place off-screen. It is not necessarily bad that these conversations take place off-screen. After all, it keeps the focus on the two main characters, the dogs. It's really bad, however, because it can be hard to grasp what's going on at times. For example, a lot of people might initially wonder why the title has the word plague in it. This is explained in the movie. However, the conversation takes place off-screen, and it's kind of hard to grasp what's going on. How does this information get out, and when does it get out? But I digress. Let's move on to the characters. As previously mentioned, the two main characters are dogs, Rowf and Snitter. Both are incredibly sympathetic. Their biggest flaw is their ignorance, and rather than making them annoying or irritating, it actually increases the sympathy that the audience feels for them. They don't understand the consequences of their actions, and they only act in ways necessary to ensure their survival. As a result, they land themselves into a world of trouble, when all they want is a place where they belong. Perhaps the best aspect of this movie is its ability to get the audience emotionally invested in these two characters. I must mention, I went into this movie knowing all the twists and turns, and I still ended up crying as the end credits rolled. Now that I've covered the main characters, it's time to move to the secondary character, the Todd. This character is perhaps the only good thing that happens to the main characters in the whole movie, so it's hard not to love him. Additionally, he is smart and sometimes adds a little humor to the movie. Aside from the main characters, this character is easily my favorite character. Now, I could mention the villains here, in other words, the white coats, or the scientists, or as some people like to call them, the jerks who test on animals, but I think that I will mention them when I cover the story, which I am going to right now. I have already covered the plot of this story in the beginning, so now I'm going to be focusing on how the story is told. And I just want to say, oh my God. That's it. Just, oh my God. I can't think of a single happy moment in this movie. Aside from the Todd and another easily missed moment near the ending, the only quote-unquote happy thing about this movie is the ending, and that depends highly upon your interpretation of the end. And even if you do interpret the end as a happy one, you'll still probably end up crying. Now, I said that I would mention the white coats in this part of the review, but I also want to include all human characters in this movie. Now, most movies of this nature can usually convey a message that states humans are bastards who screw with the environment and do all sorts of bad stuff to animals and so on. But really, in this movie, the only real bastards are the whitecoats, or the scientists. Everyone else is actually not so evil. If you really think about it, all the other human characters in this movie only did what we would deem socially acceptable. If actions, or if events, like the ones in this movie, happened in real life, people would probably be breathing a sigh of relief if the two main characters, the two dogs, were killed. In fact, this movie goes so far as to portray some humans as sympathetic to the plight of the animals. For example, one man, expressly charged with hunting the two dogs, at one point expresses pity for them, saying they didn't know what they were getting themselves into, essentially. For not conveying the message that all humans are bastard, and for taking a more realistic and mature approach, this movie has my respect. Despite its depressing nature, Plague Dogs is a well-thought, fleshed out, and all-around good quality movie. I recommend this movie to any adult who thinks that they can handle the subject matter. My recommendation, go for the uncut version, and by all means, please have a box of tissues ready. Oh, and to people who think that animation is mainly for kids and who are thinking that, oh, this looks like a really good movie for kids, let me clarify one point. This is not a kids' movie. I can practically guarantee that you will scar your children if you let them watch this. There is blood, disturbing images, and it's just downright freaking depressing. Too depressing for a kid to watch. For family movie night, watch something else. Watch anything else. Well, okay, not that. But better thought. Just stick with Disney. They have good family movies. Oh, for the love of Pete, just use common sense, people. In conclusion, I feel that this movie deserves no less than 9 points out of 10. Is it one of my favorite movies? No, probably not. Am I going to watch it again? Hell no, I am not a masochist. But it was a really good quality movie. It was well thought out, and despite the sound quality, I don't really have any other complaints. So, this is the Dark Lord Happy Pants, who is not feeling so happy at this moment, thanks to aforementioned movie. And I will be signing out and getting some therapy. Bye.